G'day everybody, welcome back to Enshrouded. I hope you guys are doing well. We are in a new dawn here in Wistful Fields, and in the previous episode we essentially went into the newly unlocked Shrouded area and just had a little peek around. We completed maybe one or two question marks out there, but I would say the highlight is actually finding some additional silver nodes that we can now work on. The one over here is not bad, but as I said, there are actually a lot of enemies and a lot of sort of the blue sort of blobby things that interfere with all of our work. Whereas I find over here, yes, there are a few enemies here and there, but it's not actually as bad. So yeah, I'm really happy about discovering more silver, and I've got a lot of silver bars on the way. And in fact, I have started crafting a few things out of silver, so I'm pretty happy with that. But as you can see, I've gone a bit ham on decorations, and I think in this episode we're going to do the same thing that we did last episode, where we're sort of dividing it into some decoration and, you know, construction. And then we'll use the latter half to hopefully go out there and do some adventuring. And in terms of adventuring this time around, hopefully it's something a little bit more substantial. I think we should get into Illuminate the Night. But yeah, let's start by taking a look at all this stuff that I've created. Obviously I've got more books, so there's going to be a need to place a lot of those things down. But I think I'm more excited about getting some greenery in a lot of these rooms. We've got some flowers and whatnot, but I think actual greenery would be a welcome sight. So something like that. And we can perhaps maybe do a few other little knickknacks here as well. So I've got like silver cups, for instance, and I reckon that'll look kind of interesting. That one looks like it's hovering. Let me just fix that. Yeah. So just like that. I feel like the table's a little bit empty here, and I feel like I should be placing something else down. Maybe a stack of books might not be a bad idea. So yeah, let's maybe place this down. Yeah, something like that. I don't know what else I can put on the table that would look nice. Sort of running out of options and ideas. And then also, I'm not entirely sure if I want more books in some of these shelves. And perhaps maybe I need to think about getting other things in there. And I don't know if I really have stuff for it, to be honest. Maybe not this time around. So we need to maybe circle back around to it. And I've got some candelabras which would be good for certain spaces. I'm just not entirely sure where just yet. I put a candelabra here, but then there's no need for the candle up there. Maybe a candelabra over here. It does seem a little bit dark. Maybe we don't need the snapping. Yeah, we just do something like that. Close to the wall. That illuminates it quite a bit. And yeah, we've got one more, which we can place down somewhere. I just don't know where just yet. Could we do it up here, perhaps? Might not be too bad. And yeah, let's continue to place down a few other bits and pieces here. So again, let's circle back to the greenery. I want a bit of greenery everywhere. I reckon we can have a bit of greenery down here. And this guy gets... I've got some flasks and stuff, so Maybe just a couple, like that. And let's give this person a mug. Yeah, looks good. And there is a space over here which we could put other things. I'm just not entirely sure what just yet. What about, like, plates and stuff? Yeah, that looks kind of nice. I mean, it is empty, but better than not having anything there.
Hey.
Perhaps we can go with just a few more books here.
Hello.
And we'll give one of the fancy cups here. And I reckon this person can get a candle on their desk. So maybe something like that. That seems alright to me. The desk does seem a little empty though, doesn't it? So I feel like maybe something else is in order for that space. Back to greenery. Let's maybe switch to a different type of plant. Something like that. Looks decent.
Hey. Huh?
I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. Because it is sort of clipping through. Oh no. Yeah, this is the problem with decorating. There is a big risk of accidentally taking down something pivotal. I think it was the crude cabinet, wasn't it? Okay, we're gonna have to get that back in. All good. Fixable. All fixable. Alright. I don't quite remember where all of the, you know, stuff was. But we'll make it work. That's alright. I think that looks decent. More books, maybe some big books over here. Okay, that doesn't look too bad, although I think I want something else for the bottom, and that plant I think I can put on the very top. I think that makes sense. So there we go. Does this person get a little bit more lighting? Perhaps. I think maybe I can put like a candle right here. And maybe a nice mug for a good cup of coffee or tea or whatever it is that these guys drink. Alright. Oh yes, we're still missing chairs and the like, aren't we? Do I want more books? I feel like books are becoming my solution for any empty space, which we're, you know, sort of at the risk of having too many books. What about one of these? I sort of want to reserve one of these for the bathroom. So I was sort of thinking about what else we want to keep in the bathroom. I think that looks alright, and then I also made one of these things. But I don't really know where I really need it and where I really want to put it. I suppose I might be able to just place it here. Perhaps. I don't know what for, but... a bit of greenery in the bathroom would be good. And maybe we can have quite a bit of it, so... maybe... up this way. And... what about... up here? I'm just trying to think of whether or not this space should get a little bit of lighting, like additional lighting. It does seem a little dark, doesn't it? I've got some flowers over there. Maybe I can go with lighting instead. Does it make sense to have lighting up here? Maybe. I can put something next to it. What? I don't really know just yet. And I think it makes sense to have, like, small, like, flasks and stuff in this area. Which I feel like I do need to make quite a bit more of these flasks. And perhaps maybe we could do a few flasks over here. And I do also have this steel bucket. I think it's a decent setting, or a decent thing to have for this setting. Yeah. Coming along, I think, but let's take a look at other stuff that we have. I do have some pans and whatnot, so kitchen decorations. I don't really know if I'm going to do another kitchen in this structure. I feel like it would make sense if maybe we did work on one, but I can always put, you know, kitchen decorations in the kitchen that we've already got in the other structure, where all the cooking is happening. Okay, I mean, that's completely full of books, isn't it? This guy loves reading, let's just say. Yeah, something like that. I need to figure out what else we can put in some of the other shelves. It should be something else, to be honest. Bit of lighting might not be a bad idea over here. And maybe we can give them a nice mug. Okay, looks good. There are mirrors and whatnot that you can craft with Cade these days, and I am kind of interested, but I don't think I have all of the materials just yet. I need to be able to make, like, glass and stuff. So I need to plan for that a little bit more. I I think maybe some lighting is in order over here. And some greenery. I reckon this is a perfect spot for that.
Huh?
I don't know. How do I feel about that? I guess it's alright. I'm just at the risk of, like, removing something that I don't intend to. So this shelf definitely looks a little empty though, so we can definitely fix that. Bit difficult to line this one up. Yeah, that's very strange. We might need to find something else to occupy that space. That's alright, we'll come back to that. Anything else I can drop in? Probably not at this stage. Not for that room, at least.
Hello.
Yeah, we need a chair, maybe an open book over there. Oh, I did say that I didn't want open books absolutely everywhere, did I?
Hey.
Okay, so for over here, I sort of need to do a tiny little bit of carving out of this space. And I think I should still be getting like a wall behind it, like so. Okay, so let's work with that initially, and just let's see how things play. Yeah, looks good. I think I can do something like that, and that would make total sense. And then we sort of just need to do something similar on this side.
Hey.
We might need to finesse things a little bit more eventually, but yeah, we can start placing a few bits and pieces in here, I think. So that goes there. Yeah, we've got these bowls. Can I stack these bowls in here? It is a little bit difficult to stack bowls, isn't it? And then, yeah, okay, I was gonna say, might not be the best in such a tight space, but perhaps maybe we can do something there. Yeah, no, that looks a little hovery, doesn't it?
Oh, hello.
I don't know if they're still updating a lot of the decorations and whatnot, but it would be good if you could, say, craft 3 of these bowls, and then, using the 3 bowls, then craft another item, which are, you know, say, 2 or 3 bowls stacked on top of each other. That would be kind of cool, if you could do that. Right, I mean, I've got a bunch of books. Can just do bunches of books. Alright, and some really big ones, maybe just up here. That doesn't look too bad. Okay, I think I'm done with this room for now. I need another bookcase, obviously, for this one. Perhaps maybe I can just put some books down on the table over here. I think it makes sense to do so.
Hi.
And... are we done? Maybe. Just for good measure. Do more in there. Yeah, okay. I think it's a lot easier to put single books down when you don't have stacks of books already in the space. I think you sort of need to plan the order of things when you're trying to place these things down. But yeah, okay, that is fine.
Hey.
And the only other thing that I want to get organized is just putting down these scrap pans. Not going to be difficult at all. Yeah, I've got plenty of decorations in this space already. But we could perhaps maybe put a pan maybe over there? Oh, does that even make sense? It looks like the wood is sort of clipping into it, which doesn't look very nice. Yeah, I don't know if there's a way you can prevent any of this sort of clippage. I guess there are certain surfaces that you need to use. Alright, I won't use all of them because I don't want the same thing appearing too often. Oh, I've got one more candle, actually. There, why not? For good measure. Alright, so with that done, and obviously another batch coming in future episodes, I really just want to place some of the stuff that we didn't use back here and get ready for another adventure. Illuminate the night. So I'm not entirely sure what to expect with this quest line, but I might start by just simply having a read. And we'll take a look at what the journal says about it. Pause touch. Perfect, and yeah, let's have a look. So it is the, I guess, top quest. Apparently it's going to be easy for us, and it is within this general area, right? So the flame senses a barrier built by the Elder Ancients that inhibit its reach and vision. Whatever is hidden behind the barrier is invisible to the flame, making it all the more interesting for you. Reach and investigate the dark barrier. Sounds kind of cool and ominous. Are we ready for this? I've got foods and all that sort of stuff. I mean, I'm running low on the stew, but probably not something we need to address immediately. And ammo-wise, we're looking good. I know I've got a lot of stun arrows. I don't know if that's really the best thing for us to use. Supplies, I think we've got enough supplies. Let's perhaps get down there. The only concern that I have at the moment, though, is ensuring that I have a good respawn point to use while we're adventuring. And, you know, it might be a good idea for us to start clearing some of these ones that we don't need anymore. Let's check out where this one is. Yeah, I think I had this set up originally just as a fallback point while we were exploring the shroud down below. Alright. And with that, we should be able to use a respawn point closer to where this objective is. Actually, I probably don't even need it, to be honest, because we could just simply glide from our home. But just in case, it's always nice to have one at your disposal. Okay. Time to get going. Leap of faith. Assassin's Creed style. It is in the shroud, isn't it? Is there a way for us to get above the shroud? So we just discovered a cave passage, apparently. I don't know if that's relevant and we have to go through there to reach our objective. Let's actually mark this down so we're not too confused. Okay. I mean, I may as well make use of this. We'll spawn it right there, just in case we find ourselves in trouble and needing to come back here. Okay. What are we looking for? Is it this? Open the night door and explore the sanctum. Yes. So, that's kind of interesting because I was going to suggest in today's episode that perhaps maybe we go to one of these night sanctums, I think they're called, or night halls, night tombs, whatever you want to call them. And yeah, in fact, this is taking us there. So we do have to wait for nightfall though, which means that perhaps maybe doing a few other bits and pieces might be the better way to spend our time, and then we can sort of circle back around. Which means that we need to find ourselves back out of the shroud again. I'm sure we can make that happen. What's following us? Ah, those guys. Okay, so let's, in that case, pivot around to doing something else. We've got this question mark here, trader location. Let's take a look at the journal for that. Oh, this is another person. Okay. Is building another lodge on the cards? I don't know if we have space for another person. Anyway, let's have a read. The carpenter told you about a trader called May. She has decorations and items focused on the Lunar New Year. She'd often visit the low meadows and always had the same route. Find the trader to gain access to new decorations and wares. Ooh, okay. Oh, but night is here, guys. I was not expecting night to come so soon. Alright, well, that's good for us. Good for us, because we need to go here anyway. Alright. I don't know what to expect here. Okay. Looks like some kind of a gauntlet. I've been really bad at, like, trying to break these things open in recent episodes. But I think, that's probably because they did nerf the amount of drops that come out of these things, right? So maybe it's not entirely necessary. This looks pleasant. Okay, gonna need to find a switch somewhere. Ooh. What? This is very interesting. So, isn't this the same thing that we came out of? One of those, like, vat capsule-looking things? A door to seal away all light. I saw the ancients as a monolith. A web of lights, like stars in the night sky, connected through wisdom and flame. But they are far more split than I believed. The young ancients alongside me explained that this night sanctum is the creation of their elders, the Empyrean. It predates the Shroud, and used to contain a wealth of human knowledge, offered as sacrifice or for trade. Neither flame nor sunlight can reach, making it perfect for one of our emergency cinder vessels. Right, so the cinder vessels weren't originally designed to house, like, people, Flameborns. Maybe. We've rigged the traps to activate after the vessel is filled. Hopefully, that should protect it, even as the Shroud fills the valley. When I trace the constellations on the door, I sense a desperate longing, a pull towards the firmament. I cannot read my fellow travelers' expressions, but their silence betrays them. They feel it too. A shame I won't see another night sanctum so soon. The ancients speak of an even more hidden haven, deep within the Blackmire. A stretch of land I thought forsaken. The more I learn, the less I seem to understand. Queen Jasmina. Well, let's break this thing open and see what happens. Okay, there is a survivor in here. New location marked on the map? Quest has been updated? Oh yes, okay, so I guess we just need to summon him then. Alright. Well, we may as well do that. Am I shrouded in here? I think I am. I can't just simply portal out of here. Shame. Real shame. That's okay. We'll get out pretty quickly, I'm sure. Oh, here we go. This is a nice spot. So, do I just go for the trader location? I mean, I may as well. We'll just clear this up. So, by the description alone, it sounds like perhaps maybe all of our traders might have something new to offer us if we can complete this quest. Maybe. Don't like the amount of lava going on around here though. This might be it. There are witches nearby. And bugs too. Let's see if I can pull them towards us. One thing that I'm not entirely sure of, guys, is how one gets cursed by the Fey curse. So I've been trying to research that, and it's not really evident to me so far just yet. But perhaps maybe it's the longer you stay in the shroud, the more likely you would get to... Sorry, you would become cursed, maybe? Mei Yin Chen. Okay, so we actually get a person, a trader. That's cool. Right. Time to just figure out how to get out of here, though. I think if we go in this general direction, we might get out. Yeah, night exploration is actually kind of interesting these days. It's so much better than before. So really happy with those improvements to the night. Okay, so time to head back home. And yeah, for some reason we managed to unassign Oswald from his bed. So I do want to just quickly fix that. Just so that he stops complaining, you know. Let's say his roaming range should be 50. There you go, mate. Have a sleep in that bed. You're welcome. And speaking of sleeping, perhaps maybe we should just get rid of the night for now. And then we'll spawn these two people. And yeah, we'll see where that takes us. Because these guys don't exactly have places to sleep just yet, I might spawn them over here. Oh, this person is an actual craftsperson. Unlike some of the other people that we've been finding who are assistants and... Hang on. Yeah, both of them are craftspeople. Let's start with Elio.
Hey!
What a close call that was. You must be the rugged hero who saved me. You wear the survivalist look well. If you ever want to try another style, don't hesitate to ask for Elio Ritchie. Well, let's have a chat.
Style.
Let's take a look at what we can do with them. Okay, right, so this is a way we can, you know, completely change, you know, the look of our character. Down to, like, every single detail, I guess. That's nice. It's nice that we're given the opportunity to make some changes if we want to. Oh, why did that change my hairstyle? Discard and close.
Just the tips.
Yeah. I wonder if this is just the same as what you would get at the very beginning of starting a character, or if there are any special, you know, styles that you get by dealing with this guy.
Oh, what are we feeling
Let's
today?
maybe have a chat with every single topic, just to unlock all of the missions. Back to work.
Oh,
Whew, what a journey. You must have saved me from that pod. I'm Elio Ritchie, a barber and hairstylist. I'd invite you to my temporary salon in Fort Kelvin, but I fear it didn't last. Not since I was thrown over a cliff by some, dog bear beasts. Luckily for you, my rugged hero, I lived. Only slightly disoriented, but still just as radiant as before. My services will help you, or help your idyllic commune shine. Very confident in himself. Oh dear, I'm glad to be back alive, but I don't recognize where I am at all. My chambers are nowhere to be seen. Could you show me to my new quarters? If I sleep outside without shelter, my hair will get frizzy. Okay. The barber needs shelter. Sure, we'll organize that. Seeing red. I'm so tired of all these bland hair colors. I want to create something more vibrant and spice things up, you know? Wait, I just said something smart by accident. The word spice triggers a slumbering inspiration in me. Maybe some spicy tea would help me wake it. Spicy tea. Sanguine spice, okay. Draped in envy.
oh.
Everyone relies on you because they trust you, but great courage inspires envy. I'm thinking about those bony fellows. Ah, I mean the hollow, of course. They're seething with envy, and their spooky glow has always enchanted me. When I was younger and more rebellious, I would even loiter around a graveyard near the capital to sneak a peek, but I never dared to enter the crypt. I wonder what's inside. Envious hollow. Alright.
Oh, it's the little things that
Well, look,
count.
I know it's tempting to, you know, spawn the other person immediately, but let's organize a bed for this guy first, Elio.
Hi.
Because if I'm not mistaken, the previous episode we did find that there were a couple of spaces. Unoccupied bed, yeah, we can pop him here, I think. Let's give him a decent range to work with. He's probably not going to be so happy about the small quarters. Okay, this one already has someone in it. I tend to like giving the craftspeople a little bit more space. So maybe this could be like just temporary accommodation for now. Whoops, that's not what I wanted to do.
Hey.
There we go. Do we have another space for someone else? I need to figure that out, because we obviously have one more person. Oh, he's got a quest for us.
Just the tips.
Hair colors and memory issues. May I be vulnerable for a moment? When I was thrown over that ledge in Fort Kelvin, I hit my head, so my mind is fuzzy. I remember my name, my craft, and crawling towards a celestial light? That's it. The worst part, I forgot how to make hair dyes, and I guess the worst part is he likes to walk off on conversations. I can't even remember how to make a basic red. If you find any mentions of hair colors, relay them to me, will you? Wow, okay. Let's take a look at this. Barber's Salon. I mean, that's nearby. We can definitely go back there. Is that Fort Kelvin? Yeah, it is. Yeah, we should check it out, I reckon. Sorry, we were checking on beds. I'm sure all of the outer rooms have been occupied. It's just the center rooms that I'm not confident that we've assigned people in to.
Hello.
Yeah, okay, we've got a space here for someone. Perfect.
Hey.
Let's summon this other person, Mei Yin Chen.
Hey.
There we go. And let's have a chat. I am far from home, but it feels good to walk this plane again. And without an arrow between my ribs, no less. My name is Mei Yin. Tell me, do you celebrate the Lunar New Year? Let's take a look at what we can craft. Alright, I guess Lunar New Year type, you know, decorations and whatnot.
Hello.
Even the costume. That's kind of cool. Yeah, these statues. I reckon, like, these statues would look cool in certain rooms, just as a piece of decoration. And I assume we might be able to get more decorations the more we assist her with stuff. Well met. I've never seen Embervale like this before. Who are you to open my eyes and show me this beauty? A Flameborn. Greetings, I am Mei Yin, a trader. The world has changed, but we remain. That alone is reason enough to celebrate. You've heard of the Lunar New Year, no? Lost weaponry. The bandits took most of my esteemed wares when they fell upon my wagon. Yeah, they fell upon my wagon like hawks. After their arrows ripped me away from my cart and pinned me to the ground, they rummaged through the cargo and emerged with my staff, among other things. Writhing in pain, I was forced to watch them run as everything faded, but I remember where they fled to. Okay. We'll need to check that out.
May the wind be with you.
Lunar New Year staff. Okay. I reckon we might be able to do both of these this episode. We'll see.
Regards.
Lantern Light. I hear Cade sent you to my rescue. He's an old friend and customer who'd admire my wares whenever I'd visit the Low Meadows. He even purchased a lantern from me once. If I could have another look at it, I could fashion more of them. Please ask Cade about this. Okay.
Spirits.
I am very, very interested. I really do want to just expand the crafting repertoire, really, of all of the crafts people. So, as much as possible, we'll try and work on those quests bit by bit, even though there's a lot of stuff to do here as well. So, what shall we do next? I would say maybe the Lunar New Year staff. We may as well, since it's just over here. It'll be very easy for us to get to. So, let's do, once again, another leap of faith here. Food-wise, we're still looking good. Just need to get ourselves out of the shroud. Once we find whatever we're looking for, shouldn't be too hard. Okay, so roughly somewhere here. Might be in here somewhere. I see a faint glow up there. Question is, how do we get up there from here? I don't see any grappling hooks or anything like that. Can't exactly reach by double jumping. Okay, here we go. Roughly cut stone blocks. Okay. Hang on. Am I in the right spot? Maybe not. Location is below us. Oh, okay. Yeah, I was definitely not in the right spot. Search this area. Something that I really don't like in this game, though, is once you've set a waypoint and you've arrived in the general vicinity, the game likes to just take away the waypoint, even though you're not exactly done with it. Hang on. Is that? No. I did say that it's above us, I think. Is it up here? No. Let me set it as active, that way we're not getting confused about a different quest. It says search this area. Does the journal say anything else? You followed the trail of the bandits who robbed May. Your investigation has led you to a note that revealed the presumed locations of each stolen weapon. The Lunar New Year's celebratory staff is stored under the big house in Netherton, inside a hidden cellar, close to the water, accessible from the outside. Find the location and retrieve the staff. Netherton. Is this Netherton? It is. Close to the water, accessible from the outside. I feel like this is the spot. Oh! Okay, hidden door. Of course. Yes, Staff of the Serpents. Let's grab that. Though, probably not that interested in these sorts of things. Again, I don't know if there's a transmog mechanic in this game. I've not really seen one, but this staff looks kind of cool, so I might keep it. Okay, so now that we've done that, we just need to get ourselves out of the shroud, and we'll probably set ourselves up for the next thing. And we'll see if we can help the barber with his spice-related quest. It's funny that we're sort of like talking about spice, because at the moment, the other game that I'm spending a lot of time with is June Awakening, and obviously there's a lot of spice in that game, the spice melange. Right, so off to Fort Kelvin. Actually, we can probably get there from here. And maybe we don't need the altar, and we can just deactivate it, because it'll be easy for us to get out of here anyway. And Fort Kelvin, is Fort Kelvin even in the Shroud? Maybe not. Alright, so let's just set it as active, and let's also make it a waypoint. Traps. I'm kind of interested in the animal furs, because I feel like I don't really have a lot more. Oh, what's going on over there? Cymbidium flower pot. Okay, I'm not entirely sure what that's for, but... Is it the inspiration that we need? Or... No, it's probably something else. Search this area. Maybe it's in this building somewhere. Maybe further down. Bit muddy in here. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure if we're going the right way, to be honest. Is this it, maybe? Brick timbered block. Oh wow, that looks cool. I don't think we've ever found brick timbered blocks before. I mean, I'm happy that I found that. Okay, must be somewhere else then. I don't think it'd be in the sewer area, would it? Maybe time to go back up. Man, I am confused. I'll take a look at the journal. Barber struggles to remember haircuts and coloring techniques since he awoke. He kindly asked you to relay any recipes you find on your journey to him. He mentioned saying in Fort Kelvin before waking in the nearby Night Sanctum. Perhaps Fort Kelvin would be a good area to search for hair color inspiration. Getting further and further away from where we need to be, apparently. This actually has the barbershop sign in front of it, so perhaps maybe sticking to this area would be a good idea. God, alright, I did not see that. My new clients are uneasy. They hide their horror with pungent cologne, barely masking the underlying stench of sweat. None revealed why. Only an older lady with grey hair carelessly fallen into her kind face would dare to name what they all feared. A tremble in the earth they feel at night keeps them awake. They've reported it to Pikemead's Reach, but to no avail. As a son of the glorious capital myself, I admit I've never heard of this story either. Acknowledging it beyond a report would set their fears in stone, so most prefer to remain silent. In my deep slumber, the unnerving sounds don't reach me. Still, I am restless. The light from my dreams burns brighter here. I've closed the salon for a few days to recover and have spent my time mixing pigments. The red dye I've concocted glistens in the sun like fresh blood. I hope it's not a bad omen. Did the stars call me here to suffer indifferent carnage more to their liking? There you go. So that clears that up, right? Like, do we then... No. I think we've cleared that particular quest line. And now we just need to move on to Sanguine Spice. Let's head back to the home. And I wonder if I should just check in with him again. But I assume that's just really giving us new hair color options. Which, you know, like I'm not really... We don't really need to change our hair color right now, I don't think.
Hello.
Oh, okay, we've got even more. Brilliant Blues. Thank you again for reminding me how to dye hair red. Lately, I've been in love with... what's the word? Indigoon? No, indigo. Blue brilliance, oceanic ostentatiousness. I reckon I could make blue hair dye if I had a little inspiration. A hint, an indigo colored one. No worries, we'll help you with that. Hello, beautiful. What is it? You've learned how to mix red pigments? Marvelous. See, that's why everyone has faith in you. You're so reliable, courageous, and handsome. and you look great as a redhead. Care to try the style? Okay, I guess that's just confirming that we have access to it now. Blue-eyed darling.
Oh!
You know that I can help you change your eye color, right? Eyes are the window to the soul, so they represent your outlook on life. Take it from my client. What was his name? Tony? Timo? He worked at a cursed construction site before an accident changed his course forever. When I first saw him, his eyes were bright blue and filled with mania, but his gaze and demeanor softened as he recovered from the incident. It's not just an old wives' tale, it's true. Okay, another quest, I guess?
Be beautiful inside.
New outlook on life. Goodness me, I feel like there's no end to even more quests here, but so little time to do them. Right, I am probably going to be signing out here. When we come back, I actually don't really have a plan for what to do next. Just looking at the quest list here. We could perhaps do a Hollow Halls. It has been a while since we've done one. Or maybe we can continue with the Lunar New Year stuff, like the Ancestors' weapons. That doesn't sound like a bad idea as well. This one actually sounds kind of interesting as well. Lantern for May. So maybe we need to have a chat with Cade about it. But anyway, I am signing out. Hope you enjoyed this one. Drop a like if you did. Stay true. And I'll see you guys in the next one.